Hi, I'm Jennifer McGuire and I'm doing this video for creating Keepsake's blog. I thought I'd show you how to create this layout here and that floral colorful piece in the background. Now this uses a resist with some distress inks and some spraying of pearlized water, and I'll show you all the steps for that. First of all, I have this cling stamp from Hero Arts. It's very dirty because I use it a lot, and actually it doesn't have the label on it because it's a prototype, but it gives you just an idea. And this is a stamp press from Fiskars, and I like this because it helps with easy placement. Those are little feet that kind of hold the acrylic mount up until you're ready to press it down. So I'm just doing this on watercolor paper, and that's embossing ink, and this is white embossing powder that I'm going to shake on. And I'm just doing this across the whole 12-inch wide watercolor paper. Now I have these distress inks. This is Barn Door and Peel Paint, but I like to re-ink these pretty often now. I've used these ink pads quite a bit, and so I have these little re-inker bottles, which are very inexpensive, and they're great for other things. You can put the ink re-inker into like a water bottle for a colored spray. You can do all kinds of things with it. So they're worth buying, not just for re-inking your distress ink pads. And you can see I put quite a bit of ink on. You really can't go wrong re-inking it. Now for this I'm using my ink blending tool, and I'm not going to worry about blending it too much. I just want to put tons of color over this. So you can see my embossed image resisting it here, and I'm just going to put tons and tons and tons of ink on here. So I'm going to apply it very heavily, and I'm not really thinking too much about blending it. So I put green on the bottom, and here I'm going to put, that was peel paint, the green is peel paint. Now I'm going to put this red barn door color on the top. And I'm going to keep going over this and over this until I have really dark color. Again, I'm not blending a whole lot in the middle, not worried about it. And I'm going to go back with this wild honey ink and just put it in that section in between. Again, the blending doesn't matter because we're going to do that with water in a moment. So you can see just overlapping, quick and easy, doesn't take long at all. Now I have my little mini mister. This is from Ranger, and I have it almost full with water. Now this is Perfect Pearl. It's a pigment powder from Ranger, and this is actually the Perfect Pearl color. It's the same name, but that's the white color. And I'm putting in several scoops with the end of a paintbrush into it. So I'm putting quite a bit in here. I've never had problems with it clogging. I even store it this way, and I've never had problems. So I just screw the top back on and I shake like crazy. Now you'll notice on the top of my mini mister I glued with glossy accents a pearl, and that's how I know that this has pearlized water in it as opposed to just regular water. Now I'm going to spray this very heavily with water. If you watch, I use almost a whole bottle on here actually, and I'm just going to keep going until it puddles up and pools up in between the embossed area. Doesn't matter that it's blending, that's part of the fun, that it's kind of streaking together. And it looks kind of messy and not so pretty right now, but as it dries, it'll look really neat. So you can see it's quite messy, and I love the streaks that are happening. And if you're impatient like me, you'll take a heat gun to this, which is fine, and you'll just keep going around and adding the heat to it to dry. Now those puddles will dry into great spots of pearlized goodness. So it's nice to have those puddles of color. So I'm just going to tear this across really quick and easy, and you can see the nice shine that this has. And you can see those streaks and puddles look really cool once they're dried. Now I had extra color that dried on top of the embossed area, so I'm just kind of polishing those up with a baby wipe. Some people ask about sewing. I just sew on my paper just like I do on fabric. And on these ends here, I just tie them into a knot on the back. And then you can put a piece of tape to tape the ends down, or you can be lazy like me and just cut them off. Once it's in a page protector, you won't see them anyway. So I just tie the ends off, and that way they won't come unraveled. Now I wanted to show you that this stamp press is kind of small. I like the smaller one. They have a bigger one, but I like the small one. And you can still use these big background stamps from Hero Arts on here. Just kind of squish them into those foam edges, the foam feet. And I'm using chalk ink from Hero Arts on here. And look how easy it is to you just lay it down, and you can move it and position it just however you want. And you don't have to worry about, holding the acrylic mount just right and landing where you want to be. It works really well with this stamp press. So here is the final result. If you have any questions or want some more details, you can visit jennifermcguireinc.com or creatingkeepsakesblog.com on the April 30th post. Thanks for watching.